And welcome back. You're watching Know Your History. I'm your host, Andy Cramer, and with me still is my guest, Ed Nyahay. And before the break, Ed, you were making the point that you felt that we were a more religiously diverse country. And based on the history of religion in this country, I just don't see that.
Okay, there is a lot of diversity, okay? When you look at all the different faiths that exist, you got your Muslim faith, you got Judaism, you got Christianity, you got atheism, if you even want to call that a religion, even though people are like, oh, I don't believe in God. You know what?
So a priest, an imam, and a rabbi walk into a bar?
Yeah. And they all can probably enjoy each other's company.
Well, probably, but that's part of my point. They might be able to enjoy each other's company, but the history of religion in this country shows that people don't get along. You take a look at Maryland, it's supposed to be a refuge for Catholics. You take a look at Pennsylvania, it's supposed to be a refuge for Quakers. People in this country historically do not get along based on religion.
Okay, but what is wrong? Okay, what if you have different faiths even within your own family? Okay, because I personally do. I have Muslims. My wife thinks that she's got 2% Jew in her. That I have no idea how that's even possible.
You obviously have never been at my family dinner table because it's already interesting enough, and you put religion into that, you really want to start an argument, that's the direction you go.
See, I look at the very deep heritage of my personal Christian faith, okay? I'm Byzantine Catholic. Now, that is the original Christian church set up by St. Peter that still exists today all around the country.
Yet, but it is also one of the smallest denominations. If you want to go that route historically, people are going to church less. And to me, that doesn't signify religious diversity or religious faith.
Well, let me ask you a question. So what? People are, okay, maybe the majority of people are not going to church, okay? But the people that are going to church, are you going to say that their faith is not so instilled and strong and ingrained in them, that their faith is actually manifested?
But that's just it. You know, you have to do more than simply go to church. You have to do more than say you're a person of faith. If the only praying you do during the day is at the end of the workday, you say, thank God, well, that's not enough faith. Historically, you have to show more about who you are.
I 100% agree. I mean, I'm covered with tattoos that are religious tattoos, so I understand that faith, but
yeah, there are some people who think that you should never even set foot in a church after that.
Oh, I understand that too. I mean, the Jewish religion, believe me, I wouldn't be buried on holy ground. I understand.
But struck by lightning, that whole thing.
Exactly. Oh, but, you know, getting back to the point, there is a lot of diversity. I mean, we are a society, we're human beings, okay? So the common link, and you know what, there are common links among different religions. The belief in monotheism, okay, is strong, you know, in each one. And the repetition of prayer is something that you can find in every single religion.
Monotheism? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, if it's monotheism, how can we have so many different gods? How come everybody thinks that their God is the right one? Because that makes me think that maybe the Romans and the Greeks had it right, because they had a God for everything.
Well, who's to say that there actually aren't demigods or demon gods that do represent that, which I guess could go into the religion of demonology, if you need to go there. I mean, there's another religion that seems to be very popular in the United States.
You've joined the history of demon religions, so thank you. We've gone off on that interesting tangent now. But historically, I still don't think you've proved your point. I mean, I understand what you're saying, that people still can have faith in the modern world, but therein lies the problem. People in the 17th and 16th centuries, they used to have more faith simply because the only book that they owned was what?
Well, the Holy Bible.
Yes,
but
that's it.
Every single hotel still has the Holy Bible.
Put there by the Gideons.
Well, it doesn't matter.
All due respect to the Gideons. Anyway, you know, we've got so many other things to talk about, and this is just one segment of the show. Thank you very much for tuning in for this segment with my guest, Ed Nyahay. I'm Andy Cramer, and in our next segment, we'll tackle a really weighty historical topic. Javier Bardem and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Have they ever been photographed together?